are signs Jamaican fathers are finally trending in the right direction as it relates to their fatherly responsibilities. If true, wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, some of these positive signs have emerged in our Galina bungle music culture as more and more artists man up.
Come on, fathers, we need to step up, man, you see me?
To their parental responsibilities.
Put me out there.
On this Father's Day weekend, we will hear from 4 of these game-changing fathers in the music.
You're my father.
It's a Father's Day weekend special right here on our stage. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winford Williams. We'll be right back.
You're the gift that keeps on giving. You're my father. You're my father.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. Onstage, so much more than entertainment.
He's the dancehall artist that went viral earlier this year, not for his music, but for proudly washing his daughter's clothing.
Yeah, man, big up to all of the real father, them see him when you see me.
A video that warmed the hearts of many. His name is Dennis Cunningham, and he's searching for a place in music under the name Dann.
Need cash now. Money for your sack like wow. Every day we need the dough.
Dancer.
Yeah, man, bless up.
Blessed love. Good, welcome. Good to have you. So first of all, where are you now in music, and how long did it take to get you here?
Well, I've been doing music for, the last nine years, non-stop.
Yes.
While working in the tourism field, in the hotel industry. So working at 9 to 5 and, pursuing a musical career.
Well, 9 years you've been.
9 years.
You've been out there searching. And you were reminding me of a time we met.
Yes.
At Bracco Village.
Oh, yeah, man.
And I don't remember the details of the conversation.
Yeah, music,
Yes, but I hope I told you that you stand a good chance of coming on the show when you have something that we think our viewers or followers are interested in.
Yes, man, definitely. And you tell me to work hard,
Yes.
Fight, and, and probably about 2 years ago.
Yes.
So, and this is where I am now, but it's been really tough, working at 95, pursuing in the music because, I strongly invest in the music, This is where all my money goes, just music, and, I have the 2 daughters now, so, music and the daughters.
And you're here more because, we're celebrating good fathers.
Yeah, man, thanks.
Those who are taking care of their kids. And so those men out there who are not taking care of their kids is a loud statement about who they are. So just as how yours is positive, those who are not taking care of them pitney, it's speaking in a negative way to who they are. But anyway, talk about your family now, your family situation. Why is it that you're so involved washing your kids' clothing? Is it because their mom is not around or what?
Well, I grew up very poor, And my mother was a higgler, and I was raised in a 1-bedroom house, and it was 10 of us in it. And, my mother used to sell in Montego Bay Market, and my dad was a farmer. So, my mom was, I would say, is like the mother and the father because, she would push about 90%, and, my daddy would be more laid back.
Okay.
I understand. And growing up, I want to be a better father than my dad was. You understand?
Oh.
So, and, the way the country around right now, we need strong father role. In Jamaica, fathers have to step up.
So was your father at home, at the same home where you were raised?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so not only are some of us delinquent by going off,
Yes.
and going like say we not no pitney, but even those at home may just know you're not a child and not participating
Yes.
in the work and the domestic domestic responsibilities.
Yes.
What about showing you love though? Was he a loving father? Did he abuse you in any way?
No. He wasn't an abusive father, you know. We grew up where we get beaten, you know what I mean? Because, you know, no food never there yard, you know what I mean? So youth like me always there in the street. I'm always out there, you know what I mean, hunting, you know what I mean, working, you know what I mean,
Same.
for myself, you know, trying to fend for myself, and you know what I mean, and also like when school time come up, you know, I could, you know, afford, you know, books and, you know what I mean, school shoes and all of that, you understand, because my mother couldn't do it alone. So
your child's mom, the reason why you're washing your kids' clothing,
yes.
it's not so much because the mom won't do it. You don't care.
Well,
you want to do it?
The first daughter, I'm a single father with her. I had her since she was like 2 months old, or before.
How
2
so?
months old. Yeah, you know, her mother leave her. Maybe it's her mother, I would say at the time, you know. They said the baby cannot stay, so I have to take the baby, and, you know, my mom played a very big role also, because my mom helped me over the years also, but you know, both of the daughters are living with me, you understand?
And the second child is also living with you?
Yeah, man, the mother is still around, you know what I mean? She's a really, really good mother, and she has been very, very supportive. I'm a good man, Winfred, you know what I mean? Not just a father,
yes.
You understand? A real man, so, you know what I mean, wash, cook, clean, you know what I mean, everything. You know, if a lady go to work and she come, there's food prepared, I don't wait on her. If clothes to wash, you know, she don't come see the clothes there sitting, you know what I mean, I just do everything.
Wow.
You know what I mean, even the time she was in a hospital also, and she spent 7 days in the hospital, and I was there every single day. I work, you know, I go sometimes 2 times a day, and I was really going through a lot.
So, as an artist now, you stepping up in this, and that you're a dancehall artist.
Yes.
Right. This is the gal in a bungle, Jamaica.
Yeah.
Jamaican music culture.
Yeah.
How do you read that? What are your views on that old gal in a bungle culture that we have in our music space?
Jamaican man just love a lot of women, and even my lady at home, you know, she tell me all the time that, you know what I mean, I love woman too much. You know, even she tell me all the time, but, you know what I mean, we love women, you know, as Jamaicans, we like.
But you see, that's not the issue, you know. Loving women is not the issue. The issue is really when you preach about gal in a bungle. Yeah. In a lot of cases, children are the results of that behavior. Yeah. It's a mentality, it's a vibe that man use in a dancer, like the real man, them have to have enough gal. Yeah, but when some of the sexual intercourse, it in some instances end up with children who are born without a father around, and fathers who want to get away with it, who don't care, who just want the woman to take care of the pitney and him going in business. See?
Yeah, I believe in the one partner thing, you know what I mean? If you have a woman and she's a good woman, then, you know what I mean, I don't see the sense, you know what I mean, going all over the place. You understand? I'm not like that, you know what I mean? For me, if I, you know what I mean, with the right person.
But do you think gal in a bungle is just lyrics or reality?
Yeah, it's just lyrics. It's just a saying, you understand? But even the woman, them love man in a bungle too, same with, you know. Like Jamaican woman, same with it. So I'm not just
okay, well, that's another conversation. That bridging is another conversation, because it's like there are women out there who are trying to outdo men. We have to commend you, sir. Yeah, man. Because we feel there's a change coming, and a man like you is at the forefront of it. And I hope your music is getting support.
Well, I wouldn't say much support, you understand, because even since the whole baby father thing, it's not just this year, it's a thing when I always do, you understand, because I always try to inspire the youth them to also, you know what I mean, be better fathers also, you understand. Yes. So we not get the real hair play them, and you know what I mean, we not get no interviews from, you know what I mean, people who could, you know, give us strength musically. Yeah, understand. So that's why I'm really grateful to be here, You know,
Well, we're grateful to have you,
here,
sir.
you know, and the shows and all of them things that we need them things also. But
All right, so let's give your music some exposure right now. Let's go to the screen right here.
yeah, man.
So when we come out of the ghetto life, I'm tired of the ghetto life. You know?
No, you know, man, I know say rough, you know, and I know from a band come see us suffer, you know, and want to get you out of the boardhouse and thing, you know, you see me? I do it 95 for over 10 years now plus. Now I do the music same way, but don't worry, man, I'm going to get you out soon, man, you know, something good if you go on, you know?
So when you leave us, you go work.
You know, so I'm tired, but you know, I go well like one sleep before I go up and work still, so I'll talk to you later, yeah?
Alright, this song.
Alright.
Alright.
Take care of me, baby, you know?
In our circle down with no poverty. Ghetto youths we own houses and properties. Yankee, money make we happy. Need cash now. Money for your sack like wow. Every day we need the dough. And boot most fat like how.
All right. Well, he has reasons, great reasons for wanting cash. At least he will be able to take care of the kids, right? If this is reality he's talking about in this song. And so I am asking you, if it's lyrics, the man have it. If it's voice and delivery and flow, I think he's got it. And he's a good father. And that's who we want to know. More of who we want to know are out there in our space, who we're rolling against, among, in our Jamaica. So I want to give the man some love, right? This man deserves your love, your support, his music, because at least we know that 2 kids will be supported from the proceeds. Okay, so you're indirectly helping these kids and helping to build a better Jamaica. Okay, Reggie, so good to meet you.
Yeah, man.
Keep up the good works, and I hope you get the support musically so that you can take care of yourself.
Yes.
You deserve a life, my friend, and those kids deserve.
My mother too, you know,
love.
Winfred.
Yes.
So my mother lives.
That's your mother
yeah, that's my mother.
in the video. Your real mom.
Yeah, my real mother. You know,
Oh, wow.
she still live upon capture land in a boardhouse and thing, and every day she say, oh,
Yes.
you know, your son get me out still, you know. When I just have to tell her, I said, mommy, so and so, brother.
So
everybody.
what support do you need now? You have producers, managers, and those?
Well, I need a proper management team. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the main things I need.
So you're open to a manager
Yes,
calling you right now?
Yeah, man. I need a proper management team.
Again,
Thank you
what
very
good,
much,
sir.
man. Yeah, man.
So good to have you. So good to have you right here on our stage on this Father's Day weekend. All right, still to come, more Jamaican fathers. We're talking about Shakespear, Jesse Royal, and Wayne Marshall on our stage. Good fathers they are. We'll tell you why.
You're the gift that keeps on giving. You're my father.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On Stage. So much more than entertainment.
Among his family, friends, and community in St. Ann, he's well known for his role as a great father. But you probably know him for this buzzworthy track.
Put me out there.
His real name is Andre Dyer, but he wants you to call him Shakespeare, D-Dondadda. Right here, right now, on our stage. Shakespeare, sir.
My pleasure.
D-Dondadda. Okay, sir. Tell us about your career. Sum it up for us. Where is it at this time?
Well, Shakespeare is exactly where you want to be. I'm on stage right now. A lot of people might say I should be further, but for me, it's just time. When I've been doing this for a while now, couple of years now, to be honest, and everything happens in its own timing. So I'm not here to complain about anything. My sun still shines, you know. Yeah.
So you've got a buzz now.
Yeah, definitely.
With this song. Would you consider it your break song? Your breakout song?
Yeah, definitely. This song has garnered me a lot of attention across the world.
Yes.
It has touched many lives, many souls, and people have expressed this to me right across the world. So we are getting there, out there.
All right, so let's take the song right here, right?
Jaja put me out there. Put me out there. Put me out there. Put me out there.
Put me out there. So says Shakespear, D-Dondadda, right here on our stage. And a record that is already out there prior then is answered because it's a prior. He's asking the Lord to put him out there as an artist. Prior is answered, would you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, I would say that.
It's burning up the place. What's following up that now? How do you exploit the love and the attention that you're now getting?
Well, I was born for this, you know. If you listen to my music, you can see that Shakespeare was born for this music. So basically, we have another single out now. It's called Sun Still Shine on the Upsetter Records, doing a lot of great work right now across the world.
Yes.
I'm slated to leave in July for Canada. So a lot of things in the pipeline for Shakespeare. Currently completing an album right now with my people from Germany. So we are happy and we are grateful. We are working out there, keeping
an album.
Open. Yeah.
And by when?
This album is slated to be released sometime in August. Not sure of the date, not sure of the name of the album as yet, but everything in the pipeline.
Wow. So an album already. So
Yes.
how long did it take to get here?
Well, you know, to be honest, Shakespeare started to do music maybe 13 years ago. After a while, I just actually grew into Shakespeare because I didn't really take it serious at first. To be honest, it was just a hobby for me. And we basically matured into the musical man that we are supposed to be, that we were born to be.
Take me back to school. What did you study in school? What school did you go to?
I went to Ferncourt High School, that's in Dann. And I always wanted to be a lawyer, to be honest.
Yes.
But growing up, I endured a lot of struggles, basically with parents as well, with my friends as well. And I didn't really know how to cry to people. I always bottled up a
Your
lot of
parents
things.
were absent from your life?
No, they weren't absent, but I'm not the type to complain. I'd rather write in a poem, write in a song. So I used to cry internally.
So parenting was bad?
No, it wasn't bad. It was something that I didn't understand. For example, growing up, me and my father, we didn't really have a good relationship. I would say that then. But now, since growing up, I realized that my father loved me very much. He's just not a talkative person. But he led
very expressive.
Yeah, he led by example.
Okay.
And I took that example. He was always there for his family, and that's what we are doing.
So he's not one of the bad fathers?
No, he's not one of the bad fathers. One of the best fathers.
I'm glad you clarified that because
yeah.
it kind of sounds like, leave some questions hanging. So you decided not to pursue law?
No.
But rather music?
Yes.
So is there one or two things that you could say that made you feel so confident that music is your path, should be your path?
Well, truth be told, when I just started out, as I said, I wasn't so confident. Motivation is a very strong word. Yeah. And people from all over keep telling me that, yo, you sound so good. And to be honest, growing up, I wasn't comfortable with the things that I see happening in the world, the society now. And I always wanted to be that solution. I wanted my music to be that solution. So I took it up on myself to be a change and to sing change in my music.
So what are some of the things you're were most concerned about?
The attitude of our youths. The attitude of our youths.
In terms of?
Children aren't grounded anymore. Children don't play marbles anymore. They don't do the fun things that we used to do. They are so caught up in the technology now. So people aren't really living again, So for me, and that shows in their attitude as well. It's like nowadays I can hardly speak to a teenager without them being aggressive or saying something that's off.
Okay.
So for me, I always wanted to be an example, a change, a solution. And I decided to put that solution in my music.
Okay. And you're a father now.
Yeah, my father.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And I'm told a good one.
Yes.
You're proud of your father, your fatherhood, I'm told. You're proud of the work you're doing as a dad.
I am proud. I'm currently working on being a better father because I think every man can be better. There's always room for improvement.
So is it a girl or boy?
Boy, he's 9 years old.
Oh, he's 9.
Yeah.
Little young you with a 9-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Wow. You started really young. Okay, so what do you think you're not doing? What you want to fine-tune more? What you want to improve where that is concerned?
Well, truth be told, I always wanted to give my child the best schooling, and he doesn't pressure me any at all. If I say I don't have this, he understands. I want it to be a time where if he wants this, I am able to give him this, because my child deserves the best.
Okay. Give us your views on the gal in a bungle culture in our music.
Well, first of all, I think it's the stigma that we as artists need to pay attention to before even coming into the music. We need to understand that a lot of girls might come. These are the things that come with the territory. For example, myself, I'm not perfect, but I'm getting there. For example, myself, I might get DMs all the time, but you have to focus on the road ahead. And to be honest, we have to learn to be examples. We as artists need to understand that people are looking up towards us, and the children are looking towards us. And if they see a Vibes Cartel, for example, has 10 women and 15 children, a little Gaza fan is going to say, I need 10 women and 15 children, you know? So for me, it's something that we need to disassociate ourselves from, because it's not something that's good for our culture and for the future, and especially for women, you know, because most of us are womenized, as we see women as prey, as meat.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that we don't need to, but we need to understand these are delicate beings with feelings, and, you know, we need to better assist them with their feelings, and our actions assist them with their feelings.
Yes.
Yes.
And all in all, it's helping to build a better world.
A better world. That's
for
the
all.
aim. That's the aim.
Including your own, the ones you embrace and your own kids. Sounds good, my friend.
Yes.
Sounds good for you. So we know who now we're supporting. We know a little more about you, I hope. I hope fans know a little bit more about you when they're supporting your music. And those who are on to you already will probably feel even better for deciding to love and to support your music.
I want my music to be family oriented. So your whole family, your mother, your grandmother, your child should listen to Shakespeare music. That's why I say out there family. You know?
Shakespear. I will leave the rest for later, Bridget, because right now we like that. We like what we're hearing in you. And we want to implore our viewers to listen to you more and to support your music and your values. To support you and your values, sir. Thank you so much. All the very best.
Well,
when you come again, we'll hear more good news from you.
Respect.
All right, there you have him in this segment. Another youngster who is taking care of his participation in making another of the kind. In our words, he's a good papa. All right, stay with us right here on stage. Still to come, Jesse Royal and Wayne Marshall. The Marshall, the dancehall reggae Marshall, is in town. Welcome.
Put me out there. Put me out there.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
In terms of fatherhood, he's the least experienced in this lineup of artists on our stage this week, but a proud father nonetheless. Jesse Royal, who joins us right now to talk fatherhood and, yes, his new Lion Order. That's a project. Jesse.
Respect.
Always so good to have you on our stage, sir.
Yeah, always a pleasure to be here, you know?
Okay, sir. Well, run away. First of all, let me congratulate you.
Respect. Yeah.
You know, welcome to the world of fatherhood, sir.
Yes.
How does it feel?
Lovely place to be, you know what I mean, is a different experience, you know, of yourself, you know. Because I've always been a child, you know, so now I get to experience the world from the other side. You know what I mean? The protector versus the protected. You know what I mean? The one giving the direction versus the one following the directions, you know? So it's a very interesting time, and it also helps you to become more solid in what you stand for.
Yes.
And it also makes you get less rigid, because it makes you realize that, okay, now you know what you know, and you know what you know because of the experiences that you've had, the books you've read, the people you've met. But don't impose that. Allow this individual to have their own experiences, have their own interpretations. Yeah, you guide it along the way, you guide their process along the way, but understand that, like Khalil Gibran did say in a prophet, I believe, you know, children come through us, but they don't belong to us. You know, we are all children of the world. You know what I mean? Everybody's somebody's child, if you get what I'm saying. You know, so when you understand it from that perspective, till you realize that you are doing a divine thing that is not new and
you're
not
a
old,
vessel
but
in a
it's
sense.
Yeah, but it's just right. You know.
But how planned was your child?
It was no my plan or God plan.
Yes, you know, how ready were you, and were you in the hunt to be a father?
You're in love. You know what I mean? And whatever births from that love is what comes from it. You know, you get lessons, you get blessings, you get experiences. And we got a lovely little girl, you know, who is really the light of my life, you know. And as I say, has helped me to become even a better man, you know.
Oh, absolutely. So then, because what we're discussing is we have seen now it's just all a shift in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know, and signs that men are now stepping up somewhat to their responsibility as fathers in Jamaica.
Yeah.
In this gal in a bungle music culture of ours, and it's a good sign. And we wanted to hear from artists, because artists are great influencers.
Yeah, man. And,
you know what I mean?
A lot of time artists, you know what I mean, get perceived the wrong way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Where the reality of life is we're all human beings, but we also respect the covenant of, you know what I mean? Like, we respect the bond. Every individual needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, yes, there's the perception of all these people out there, but there'll be a million people out there who don't mean anything. You know what I mean? So you need one person who means something. You know what I mean?
Deep, personal kind of relationship with someone.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. And that is integral also for the relationship that is going to be with the child or the children.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because
the child is watching
love,
and listening.
Yeah, man, if you don't know love, you can't give it. You know, and I've learned that time and time again, where even there's a lot of individuals themselves who have been thrust upon parenthood without even understanding anything about parenting.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So them themselves get thrown. It's like you go college and you don't even know 1 + 1 yet. So you can't even maths out them other equation there without learning the foundation of everything else that is going to happen.
So the mentality that we found ourselves with, and it's not a finger pointing I'm doing right now. I'm just saying that we have a gal in a bungle mentality. However it came, because it could be rooted in Africa too.
Yeah, man, it's rooted in our human nature. It's not a black, white, Chinese thing. It's man, woman.
How much of a challenge is it then to be the father? Is it a challenge, any at all, for you to step up and be the man you are for your child?
No. I mean, it's definitely not a challenge. It is another part of your life that you have to be diligent with.
Yes.
You know what I mean? As you grow and as responsibility comes into play, you learn how to decipher, dictate, and put things in order and prioritize your life. a child coming into the picture forces you to understand that life is not only about you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So things have to get put in place. You have to make preparations. Even for my daughter, who doesn't live in JA with me all the time, preparations, you know, like you don't just get up and, you know what I mean? Like, so plans, sticking with plans, executing plans, and also she has an extremely understanding and caring mother, you know what I mean, that I have a great relationship with. Okay. So it is also, you know what I mean, very good for the situation. You know what I mean? Life is life, but good vibes, man, is necessary. You know what I mean? Pride and ego ruins a lot of opportunity for growth. You know what I mean? So I'm learning now more than ever the power of patience, you know what I mean? The power of understanding, the power of putting yourself in someone else's shoes, you know what I mean? And it's great, man, to grow in that way.
Let's start the Lion Project.
Yeah, Lion Order.
The Lion Order Project.
Yeah.
Explain the order for me, first of all.
Yeah, so Lion Order is basically how we live. You know what I mean? Basically how we as youths will sight up His Majesty live, from the humility to the reality, to the roughness, to the softness also. But Lion Order was a song like I feel like we just need to give that to our generation right now. Just good vibes, you know what I mean? You have all these political bickering, but it's good for now say, yo, we united are good. The lion them, the lioness them, their names going on. Proto, Kran, Baka, Nine, Leela, Savannah, Empress Sativa, Kez, Kelissa. Okay. Everybody, we're good. You know what I mean?
I like the names. I like the shortening of the name.
Yeah, no, man, but it's important for we display that to the world, because like we were discussing, you go all around the world and people are excited that there's youths who are sticking together and making message music that is still fun and you can still dance and move to.
Let's take the Lion Order right now.
We and the lion them good. We and the lion them good. We and the lion them.
So are we right here on stage. We and the lion them good, man. You know what I mean? Just Royal featuring Protege. Wow, this is one of them songs that we're just nothing to be said to you.
Yeah, man.
God.
Them good.
God. Yeah. We are the lion them good. I know millions of you around the world, you're the lion them good too.
Yes,
so this record is yours. Take it and run with it. Nice.
Yeah, man,
yes,
and we give thanks for all the support that it's been receiving so far, because you know the music, as good as the music is, it's nothing without the support of the people, you know what I mean? All the radio DJs, all the fans all over the world. We've been on tour for a while now and we're playing the song and people know the song already, you know what I mean? So it's a joy, man, you know?
You guys are refreshing the fundamentals of Jamaica's music.
Yeah.
You're refreshing it. You're giving us an updated touch.
Yeah, man.
And it's creative. It's a lot of originality in it, a lot of freshness, and it's you expressing who you are.
Yeah, man. It's
in those records. You're not trying to fit into what you think will work or what's hot or trending.
Hey,
you're being.
Jimmy Cliff is no different, you know, from Chronix, you know. Dennis Brown is no different from Kumar. You understand? Jesse Hall is no different from Tasha or Bob Marley. We all come from the same ground. We are existing at different times.
Absolutely.
But we are experiencing the same energy that is Jamaica. So you see, all when I and Wayne Marshall and all these other greats, you know what I mean? There's not only reggae, dancehall too, you don't even have to name them. All these other greats and creative people, when time we move out, you're going to see some other youth arise, because it's not really about us.
Finish up the argument though. We digress a little bit from your project.
Yeah. Lion Order is the first single from my yet to be named sophomore album. We haven't come up with a name yet. Dabbling in a couple things, but we haven't chosen a name yet.
Go and spread the love here, Jesse.
Yeah, man. Lion
Jesse Royal, right here on our stage. You know? All right, stay with us right here on stage. Still to come, the man himself, the most experienced of the fathers, Wayne Marshall. I say no more. No more.
We and the lion them go. Me and the lion them go.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On Stage. So much more than entertainment.
The most experienced of the fathers in this special, looking at fathers who are stepping up to their responsibilities as parent. And listen, Wayne Marshall, with all of 3 sons and 1 on the way, is who we're talking about. And he's joining us right now, right here on our stage with a project specifically geared towards fathers. All of you fathers out there, the good ones and the bad ones too, because we want you to change if you're in the bad column right now. Reggie, well done, sir.
Give thanks.
Thank you so much for your work and for your example of what it means to be a good parent, a good father in particular.
Give thanks.
Let's go to the project before we even go any further.
You're my father. You're my father.
All right, so that's it. The final shot in that video. You're my father. And Wayne Marshall looked around at him. That's his father right there, who he has lost last year, sadly. And, let me publicly say, sir, condolences to you and fam. And, this is, and here now, you're sharing such a wonderful song, an anthem for all of us. You know what I mean? And I hope we can have more children, using those words, singing, embracing, feeling the same way you do about your dad, Wayne.
Yeah, that is the aim, The song came about when Mikey Bennett called me one day and said he had some work to do, and I always get excited when Mikey called me because we know we're going to do some solid work. So when I went into the studio, he said, Wayne, I don't know if it's too soon, because it was a few months after Daddy passed, but I have a song, and I know if you sing it, it'll connect. And he played it, and the words it was speaking to my appreciation and my gratitude for my father. And in my mind, I wanted to do a song that would celebrate him and celebrate his legacy. He's not a popular man. He wasn't a popular man in Jamaica, but to me, he was a legend, So, he's just unique personality. I wanted to sing a song to keep his memory alive and dedicate to all the good fathers. I feel like the fathers, there are good fathers out there that not getting any credit. Mind you, we don't need any credit, because being a father is an obligation.
Of course.
But I feel like we need some more celebration of the good work that a lot of fathers are out there doing, and the sacrifice and
there are some
the
who
effort.
There are some who need a little nudge.
There's some who need a nudge too, and I know that there are some people who hear the song and can't relate to it. Them say, yo, I don't even know my father, so I don't know you are my father, I don't know that, but I want this song to urge them and inspire them to change the stigma. And when for them time come to be a father, them change the scenario,
It's a time when we are seeing some changes in the right direction. There are signs that more men are stepping up. Earlier on, we had this young man from St. Dann, who's so much and he's so young, and he's embracing those values.
Right.
So, we should, celebrate those fathers.
No doubt. In my observation, Winford, there are 2 distinct types of fathers. There is a father who sees being a father as an obligation and a game changer, inspiring them from a boy to a man. And then there's the other father who, with every youth him get, is a more notch on him gallus, him gallus list, and in top man recognition then, So even in the music, I see it reflect there. Some man who have 20 pickney, 15 pickney, and don't know them name, just know 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, you know, mine 2 of them or 3 of them, but have like 15. And then you have the Sean Pauls or the Shaggies who have like 2, 3 pickney where them throw all of them resources and them time into, you know. So I see it. It's 2 different mindsets, you know.
Yeah, and we hope we can change that.
That's what we're working to change.
And that's why with the new generation of dancehall fathers and reggae fathers, okay, that will embrace their responsibilities.
Yeah.
And we are seeing changes. We are seeing fathers like yourself and Jesse Royal and that young man from St. Anne and all of these young men who are now embracing the idea of celebrating life, because that's what it comes down to.
Yes.
To live a life out there and be delinquent as a parent. What you're doing, you're perpetuating delinquency in our country, and delinquency is responsible for much of the crimes that we're now facing, and are grappling with and can't even find answers. And yet we're not looking at how we are at fault as fathers, as adults, and the way we are just dropping pitney all over the place and subjecting those that you might embrace and who, because some men, you know, and take the one where them selective about who they're going to show love of the number of kids that they've dropped. They're very selective about which they select some from the list and say these are my children and embrace them and treat them better and leave some of them out there.
One of the big problems I feel is that we are not very responsible about who we are engaging. Because watch you now, you as a youth now have a relationship with a girl and you know say you and her can't really agree, but yet still not ramping away where picnic can come at any time. That is the ultimate irresponsibility, because here it is, you well and know say you not going to want to spend not even 3 months more, much less a lifetime with this lady. So before them even start, them fail the mission. Because when this baby come now, them are going to know, so them are going to want the east and she and the baby the west.
Yes.
So we need
it's all about him. And getting away from her.
Right, so we need to be more responsible as youths. We know, say, from where ramp rough, baby can come. So if this girl not worthy to be the mother of your kids, for you to carry them to your mother, or for you to live, or for you to, you know, spend this, because parenting, it's a man and the woman, is the balance.
After pregnancy, if you get a girl pregnant, right, and once the child is arrived, it's no longer about the girl, nor you, it's about the child, right?
It's about the child.
So whatever issues you have with the mom, those issues are separate.
Right.
The child now, it's got to be the focus.
Exactly, and even in our family, a lot of people say, boy, Marsh, I don't know, you do it, you know, Tammy and Regina, Link, and everybody is one big family, and guess what? We put the kids first. You know
Absolutely,
what I mean? Because the way how we interact, the kids them are look to that now to see how they must shape their personality and their love that they show in the world.
Generally speaking.
So we put the kids first, you know, in our family dynamic, and we know that whatever we're doing, we have to set the best example for them, you know? Yeah.
All right, Wayne. So talk about career for us now. Where are you in terms of that?
Career, feeling good enough, feeling good, doing some good music, working on a new album with Damian Marley now. So looking forward to that, doing a lot of work now in the studio, working with Natural High, the producers of Glory to God, which really set me back, you know what I mean, get me really
reset me,
set me on the road.
Move you into the dancehall reggae Marshall now.
Yeah, that's that. So, you know, I'm doing a lot of good work with them to big up Blaze and Jordan. Very talented. Believe me, I got need for have these youths on this stage very soon, because I guarantee you they're going to make a name for themselves and state a claim in the music.
Oh, nice.
Very, very, very talented youths.
Okay, so when are we to expect the album?
Probably by about after the summer. So,
after the summer?
Yeah,
okay,
we're going to be working through the summer to get it ready by the last quarter of the year, for sure.
Man, that sounds good, Wayne.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for coming and sharing with us.
Respect, boss.
Continue to inspire and to give us good music, sir.
Yeah, man.
So that's our show for this week. Winford Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers. The good ones, the bad ones. The good ones, stay good. The bad ones, make the change now. All right, thanks for watching our video. You know what to do. Click, subscribe, and be on our stage always.